Iggy the Iguana's Adventure. Please subscribe so you don't miss a new story. Once upon a time, in the heart of the lush Amazon rainforest, there lived a peculiar iguana named Iggy. Iggy was unlike any other iguana in the forest. While his friends spent their days basking in the sun and nibbling on leaves, Iggy yearned for something more. He longed for adventure and a life beyond the branches of his tree. The Forbidden Waterfall. Iggy continued his journey toward the Forbidden Waterfall, navigating the dense Amazon rainforest with growing excitement. Along the way, he encountered numerous challenges and made new friends. He met a group of mischievous monkeys who taught him to swing from tree to tree and a wise old owl who shared stories of the jungle's secrets. As Iggy delved deeper into the heart of the jungle, the challenges intensified. He had to cross a fast-flowing river using a makeshift raft of leaves and vines, narrowly escaping a hungry caiman. He also faced the enigmatic maze of vines, where the path seemed to shift and change. It was there that he met Sora, a young, lost jaguar cub. Despite their differences, Iggy helped Sora navigate the maze, forging an unlikely friendship between two species that were usually considered adversaries. After days of travel, Iggy finally reached the Forbidden Waterfall. Its majestic beauty took his breath away. The lush vegetation around the waterfall seemed to shimmer with an ethereal light. Iggy carefully dipped his claw into the sparkling waters, and they began to glow with a magical aura. But the magic wasn't for his own benefit, it was for the entire forest. As he filled a gourd with the enchanted water, he realized that he wasn't on this journey for personal gain. It was about discovering the true essence of courage, kindness, and the power of friendship. With the gourd filled with the magical water, Iggy returned to the maze of vines to help Sora find his way out. Together, they faced the shifting paths and found the exit. Sora was grateful and promised to protect Iggy's forest friends instead of hunting them. Their friendship became a symbol of unity between species. When Iggy finally returned to his home, he shared the magical water with his fellow iguanas, helping them thrive during the drought. The magic of the Forbidden Waterfall had not only saved the forest but had also taught Iggy and his friends the true meaning of courage and compassion. The moral is that true heroism is not about personal gain but about helping others. Iggy's selfless act, along with his newfound friendship with Sora, emphasizes the importance of kindness, empathy, and cooperation, even in the most unlikely of circumstances. It shows that the real treasure in life is the positive impact we have on the world and the connections we build along the way. A helping hand. Iggy and his friends, with the magical water from the Forbidden Waterfall in tow, returned to their drought-stricken forest. The forest's suffering was evident as trees drooped, and the once vibrant foliage turned a withered shade of brown. Animals were weak, and the sounds of the jungle had grown eerily silent. Iggy and his friends started distributing the enchanted water among their fellow forest dwellers. It was a painstaking process, as there was only a limited amount of this magical resource. Still, they believed it was enough to give the forest a fighting chance. As the first drops of enchanted water touched the thirsty roots of the trees, a miraculous transformation began. The trees seemed to rejuvenate before their very eyes. Leaves perked up, and vibrant shades of green returned. Birds that had been absent for weeks started to sing, and the forest came back to life. Word of Iggy's journey and the magical water spread throughout the rainforest. Animals from all corners began to gather, wanting to share in the life-giving water. However, there was a problem: the water was running out. Iggy and his friends faced a difficult decision. They could keep the remaining magical water for themselves, ensuring their comfort, or they could share it with the entire forest, knowing that it might not be enough for everyone. After much contemplation, they chose to share. In a heartwarming scene, Iggy and his friends invited the forest animals to gather around the magical waterfall and explained the situation. Together, they decided to use the remaining water to restore a central oasis, ensuring that the entire forest could access it. As the magical water was poured into the oasis, a transformation occurred. The once dry ground filled with life-giving water, and the entire forest flourished. The animals learned that even in times of scarcity, sharing and cooperation were more valuable than hoarding. The sense of unity that blossomed in the forest was a treasure in itself. The moral highlights the power of selflessness, cooperation, and sharing. Iggy and his friends recognized that true abundance comes from helping others, even when resources are limited. The forest's revival was a testament to the idea that by working together and sharing our resources, we can create a thriving and harmonious community. A forest reborn. The once dry forest now teemed with life and vibrancy. The trees, once withered, now stretched toward the sky, their leaves glistening in the sunlight. The animals danced and played in the revitalized oasis, and the entire rainforest echoed with the sounds of joy and gratitude. Iggy had become a respected figure in the forest, a symbol of unity, courage, and selflessness. Other animals looked up to him, not for his size or strength, but for his unwavering commitment to the well-being of their home. He had learned that true heroism wasn't about seeking recognition or personal gain but about making a positive impact on the world. As the seasons passed, the lessons from Iggy's adventures spread beyond the rainforest. Other creatures from neighboring jungles and faraway lands heard tales of Iggy and his friends, and they too began to embrace the ideals of cooperation and selflessness. One day, a delegation of animals from distant lands arrived at Iggy's forest, seeking his guidance. Their homes were facing similar challenges, and they wanted to learn from Iggy's experience. The forest animals welcomed their new friends with open arms, and together they shared the wisdom of unity, kindness, and the magic of cooperation. In the end, the entire rainforest flourished not just because of the magical water but because of the lasting legacy of Iggy's adventures. It had become a place where animals of all species coexisted harmoniously, sharing resources and knowledge. The forest became a beacon of hope, a testament to what could be achieved when different species worked together for a common goal. The inspiring moral is that our actions, no matter how small, can create ripples of positive change that extend far beyond our immediate surroundings. Iggy's story underscores the importance of selflessness, cooperation, and sharing, reminding us that by working together and extending a helping hand to others, we can create a better, more harmonious world for all. Iggy's journey in the forest's revival became a timeless symbol of the boundless potential for goodness that exists within us all. The end. Don't forget to subscribe.